Bills fans' attentions with an IG story that included the lyrics to Buffalo Soldier. According to Albert Breer, Hopkins really wouldn't fetch a whole lot in return, probably a 5th and 6th rounder like the Cowboys gave up for Brandon Cooks. Skip, let's start with you. What's going on here?
Shannon Sharp, to me, this is a bizarre development that makes me wonder about D-Hop.
Okay.
He has been, and I don't use this word lightly, he has been a great receiver in the National Football League. Is he still? I wonder. First of all, it's been a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago, he shows up in Dallas campaigning, openly campaigning to be a Dallas Cowboy. He does Des Bryant's podcast. Dallas, I'm here, come and get me. That doesn't work out because Dallas opts for Brandon Cooks.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he posts yesterday, I think it was on Instagram, using a Bob Marley lyric, Buffalo Soldier, dropping the hint, Buffalo, I want to be your soldier. I'm assuming that's what it means because I don't know what other conclusion you can draw. So every time he does this, he trends for hours because fandoms want D-Hop. Well, you want the old D-Hop. Do you want the older D-Hop, right? You want this guy who's about to be 31 years of age who 2 years ago had ACL surgery and last year had a PED suspension. So he's missed 15 games over the last 2 years.
Okay.
He has 2 years left on his contract at, you ready for this? A $31 million cap hit for next season and then a $26 million cap hit for the following season. He is making huge top-of-the-market receiver money.
Yes.
And he had earned it up to this point.
Right.
But the point I have is, why would Arizona want to part ways? They've got him for the next 2 years, but he wants even more money.
Correct.
And it feels like they're done with him.
Right.
And I kept waiting for Kyler Murray to go on social media or maybe at some gathering somewhere, talk to reporters and say, man, D-Hop, don't leave your boy. You know, like
Kyler got his own issues.
Okay, well, okay, you could be right, but I keep thinking, this is D-Hop we're talking about. And I keep waiting for somebody from Arizona to step up and say, we don't want to lose this guy. But you don't hear a peep from Arizona.
You don't, Skip. And I think it might be the situation that, okay, we understand what D-Hop is. And, Skip, I believe that he still can be an elite-level receiver. And you mentioned that he missed the games that he missed, but he still had 64 receptions.
He did.
717 yards and 3 touchdowns.
It was big productivity.
In 9 games.
Yeah, in a short
time. So if you extrapolate that over, that's 120 catches, 1,354 yards, 5 scores.
Yeah.
Everything is elite except the touchdown total.
Yeah. I'm
taking nothing from this, Skip, because I'm not going to deduce that a guy's playing Buffalo Soldier and all of a sudden he wants to be a Buffalo Bill. Skip, I can never, I was a long jumper and a triple jumper, but I can never leap like Carl Lewis or Mike Conley. So I can't leap to those kinds of conclusions, Skip. I just think, and the Arizona Cardinals are saying, yeah, he's elite, but does he put us over the hump? We need a lot more things than DeAndre Hopkins in order for us to be...
Apparently.
Especially with the 49ers in this division.
Yep.
Seattle, if Geno can still stay at that level, Seattle's always going to play tough. Pete Carroll will always have those guys ready to play. So, Skip, I just think the thing is, when you look at it, for a team that's on the cusp that might be a receiver away, how would he look in Buffalo? How would he look with Arizona, with Baltimore? A situation like that. But I don't know if teams are going to be willing to negotiate a deal, Skip, when he already has so much money on the table and give him extra years when he has 2 years and he's already 31. And so maybe that's what Arizona's like, bro, we just gave you a big deal. We're not about to give you another big deal on top of the deal that you already got 2 years. So at the end of this contract, Skip, he'll be 33. With that being said, so we want to be tied to you to like 34, 35?
No.
Nah, I don't think teams are willing to go there, even for a guy that's playing at the level of DeAndre Hopkins, who I believe still have elite-level play in his body.
Okay, I'm with you on that. But ACL is scary. PED suspension is scary because it indicates I'm not sure I can get back.
Right.
I need help. I need some more here.
Right.
Well, I'm not healing the way I thought I should heal. And all of a sudden, his market is said to be cooling, and it's because it's close to more trouble than it's worth. I give you that productivity. I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to, and I just read right over the top of it. But he still has elite-level football left, but I don't know how much. And it's possible he's looking in the mirror and thinking he's better than he really is, that he's getting slightly into that delusional state of, I'm still that guy who is 25.
Well, what happened, Skip, is that he saw the money that he's making, and he see where Devontae and Tyreek took the market.
Yep.
And so the thing is, and what look teams are saying, okay, if you have elite level, we'll prove it at 31 and 32. Because we're not about to extend that deal. Skip, we see these baseball players at 28, 29 get 10-year deals. And for 5 years, it's a great value.
Yeah.
And then the last 3 to 4 years, you're like, we paid this guy $40 million to hit 225 with 7 homers.
But you don't have a salary cap.
Exactly.
So you don't cripple yourself against the cap.
But they're saying we're not gonna have dead money on the cap. Let's just say, Skip, they add 2 more years to the deal. And they give him, say, okay, he wants Tyreek, Devontae money, so he's going to want probably $70, $80 million in new money. Teams are like, no. We're not gonna play a 34, 35-year-old receiver, Skip.
Yeah.
$28, $30 million a year.
Okay, I got it. So you're right. I'm not exactly sure what to read into Buffalo Soldier, but I know what I read into Dez's podcast, because that was clear as the bell that he was ringing.
Right.
He was ringing the cowboy bell. He was saying, I'm here, Jerry. Come and get me. I'm in Dallas.
Skip, but I mean, come on now. That's D-Hop. And look, Amari, and I'm surprised Amari only went for a 5th or a 6th, considering what Tyreek is. Now, I believe Tyreek, with his explosiveness and his age and what he can do, I think right now, he's better than D-Hop. But, Skip, he got to be able to command more than a 5th or a 6th, right?
They're looking at it as we got to pay the freight. He wants more than what he's making. So they're saying it's the Aaron Rodgers syndrome. We're going to talk about Aaron in just a couple of minutes. But it's the whole idea of, wait a second, you want out from under $60 million that you gave him, and you won our first round, our 13th overall pick. Well, we're not going to do that because we're doing you a favor to take on the $60 million and hope we can negotiate it down a little bit, but it's still going to be a big deal to swallow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the point with my Cowboys was, I'm still in awe of his talent, because I remember the Hail Murray against Buffalo, and it was as much of a catch as it was a throw. It was a great throw. It was where it needed to be, but he went up and snatched it because that's what he does.
Right.
Okay. Yet he and CD are the same to me.
Yeah.
And they're both alpha. So I just don't know about the fit of DeAndre and CD, because DeAndre's not a speed freak. No. He's not Tyreek. He doesn't have that. He's big, strong, physical.
Catch ball in traffic, good run after the catch.
Yeah. He's hard to get on the ground, but he's not going to run past people. And CD, I thought he was a little better deep receiver than he is. He's not bad, but he's not a speed freak receiver. No. Brandon Cooks can fly.
Right.
He's 29, and all of a sudden they were able to do a 5th and a 6th to get him. And Houston said, we'll pay $6 million of the 18. So Dallas is on the hook for $12 million for Brandon Cooks, who fits perfectly. He's a good guy. He's not a wave maker. He's making waves in Houston, but he'll blend in because he does what they don't have.
Just think about it, Skip. You could have got Brandon Cooks last year for a 5th or 6th, had it for the playoffs, and who knows what would have happened.
For whatever reason, Houston dug in, and Jerry got his pride up like he does when he negotiates, but it finally broke.
Jerry want to win all the trades.
He does, okay? But the point was, I'm happier with Brandon Cooks because of the fit.
Yeah, I agree.
And because of the cap fit.
Right.
And he's not going to walk in the door and say, I need $36 million.
No.
Because it's over. It's done. He's going to make 18, and DeAndre is scheduled to make 31, and he wants 40.
Yeah.
Okay? Who wants to take on that headache?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to extend him, Skip, and give him new money, maybe a year, to make him feel happy and put some money in his pocket. But I think Chicago would be a good fit. I think Baltimore would definitely be a good fit.
It'd be a great fit.
But we don't know the Lamar situation, so hopefully that gets worked out. But I just...
Okay, but it should tell you something that the Arizona Cardinals, who aren't exactly world beaters, are saying, yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you can come. If you want him, you can have him.
You can have him.
Yeah. And I'm surprised somebody of his talent.
Yeah.
Skip, like I said, now we're starting about to end into that 3rd wave of free agency, Skip. And DeAndre Hopkins is still available.
He's not free, but he's
right.
He
can be had if you
first he was available for a 2, and then the market cooled so much it's like, Well, we'll take a 5.
Well, yeah, Skip, but the thing is that when you say the guy's available, I mean, it's kind of like when Skip, remember when Steven and Jerry kept saying, well, Amari, we don't know what's going to happen. Oh, so y'all might cut him, huh? Okay, we're not going to give you no second. Where you look at Tyreek.
Yeah.
Kansas City had no interest in cutting him or trading him until Miami came to the table and said, well, this is what we give you. Okay.
Okay.
And so when you say this about D. Hop, Skip, you can have him. I'm not going to give you top of the line value for him because I still got to pay this freight.
You got to pay the freight. Whew.
If the price is right, there are probably a lot of NFL teams that would be interested in D-Hop. The Patriots came out and said it yesterday, as a matter of fact. Gentlemen, let's go back to the association. And one of your favorite topics to discuss, this MVP race. Do you think the focus has been in the wrong place this entire time? Let's discuss coming up next here on Undisputed.